Hey everybody, this is Leslie and you're watching Midlife and Nailing It. If you could please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, I'd really appreciate it. It helps my channel out. Today I'm participating in a Moonlight Clean With Me collab. This is being hosted by Denise Jordan from This and That with Denise Jordan, and she also has another channel called YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan. I'll make sure I put links to her two channels in my description box below, as well as a link to the playlist. In my video, I'll be sharing with you the steps that I took to clean out my spice cupboards. I hope you enjoy. Okay guys, so I keep my spices in the bottom of these two cupboards. They go pretty far up there, which I don't like because I'm only 5'4". But we're just staying in this apartment while our house is being built, and hopefully life's a lot more functional once we get moved. I just have all the spices and some miscellaneous stuff kind of just shoved in here. There is not a wall like right here, so it kind of continues over to this side, as you can see. Yeah, so this is actually pretty high up for me, just the two bottom shelves. The top shelves I don't have very much on, so I don't need to address those or anything like that. But yeah, this is a hot mess in here. It certainly is. I cannot stand that this door opens this way. I want this door to open this way, and it doesn't. It opens way over here. That drives me crazy because it's connected, and like I'd like to be able to, I don't know, see all my spices at once, but it is what it is. I purchased two of these kind of tiered trays, so I plan on using these. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do everything, but yeah, so I've got these to work with as well. Okay, so the two bottom shelves of my cupboard are completely emptied, and I went ahead and cleaned them really well. Now all this crap like on this side is stuff that didn't belong there. Like, you know, medicines we use often, or baking powder should be with my baking stuff, that kind of thing, ended up in there. So I need to put all of this stuff away. Here are my spices. I have way too many. But I'm going to go through them and look at the expiration dates and figure out what I have duplicates of. And so what I'm going to do next is just go ahead and put away the items that didn't belong there, and then I'll be right back. So what I did now is I put down these placemats. I just put two down, one on one side and one on the other. And then I've got this tiered tray sitting in there. And on the other side, I did the same thing. I did have some cheesecloths, and so I just stuck those on the side there because I rarely use them, and I thought that was a good spot for them. So I'm going to go ahead and go through my spices now and get rid of the ones that are expired. And if I've got duplicates, if it's something I don't use very often, I'll probably keep the most recent one. And I will go ahead and get started on that. So all that I'm doing here is I scooted all my spices over to one side, and then I left myself some space for the spices I'm going to keep. I've got a damp rag here, and I'm going to wipe them down as I go. Let me give you an example of what I'm doing here. So I've got a whole nutmeg here, McCormick whole nutmeg. I'm going to go ahead and look for the expiration date. It's October 22nd, 2023. So this one is a keeper. I'm going to pick up some poppy seeds here and look for the date on that. So right on the bottom, I see these are good until December 12th, 2021. And I want to say something just really quick here, and I don't mean this as a knock on anybody. If you transfer all of your spices into other containers, you need to make sure that you are putting the dates on there, or maybe have a logbook that you somehow come up with a system to put on the dates on there, because spices can go bad too. And when they go bad, not only can they maybe not be good for you depending on what spice it is, but they actually like lose their flavor and their spiciness, so there's no point in using it really. So you want to make sure that your spices are up to date. I do this at least once a year, if not twice. So again, if you're doing some other different kind of containers to put your spices in, sure, it looks really nice, but make sure that you have the dates somehow correlated to where you know when your spices expire. So let me go ahead and randomly grab another one. So I've got a garlic powder here, and most of them are on the bottom, guys. This is best by July 20th, 2021, so this one's a keeper. Here is a Cajun seasoning, and it was good until January 13th, 2019. So we're way past that. This one's got to go. I don't know how that one got past me. It must have been in a different area when I moved than where it was supposed to be, because I thought I went through all my seasonings. So this one needs to be thrown away. So anyways, I'm going to go through all of these and do the same thing that I just showed you right then. And I'm going to make sure they're all wiped down as well. And then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so after I sorted through everything, this is my throwaway pile. And then these are the spices that are still good. I'm going to go ahead and organize my spices on my little racks that I bought. I'm going to put what I use most up front, and then I will come back and show you the final result. Okay guys, so I kind of lied. I wanted to show you the Kroger brand spices puts rosemary on the side, and can I tell you how easy it was to find the expiration date on all of them? It couldn't have been more clearer. So I'm kind of noticing that while I'm doing this project, and it's kind of like in the future, I think I'm going to stick with Kroger brand, because look up here. Look at how nice that looks. They're side by side in their little tins, and they've already got the names on there. So for those of you that really like your spices to look like this, if you stuck with Kroger, you'd be saving yourself a lot of money on those little containers. I'm just saying, use your containers if you'd like, but I'm really happy with that. Look how cute that is. So I'm going to go ahead and put my rosemary up here, and I am so happy with how that's turning out. Okay, this time I really will be back when it's finished. Okay guys, I'm super excited because I'm done. I went ahead and made sure on either tier that the bigger things I put in the back, and then there was another tier, and so I've got a lot of my Trader Joe's seasonings here that I use some of the time, and then Kroger brand stuff was kind of a littler tin, and I love how Kroger puts the names of what they are on the sides here. See, I'll give you a closer look. How cool is that? How organized does that look? So what I've learned doing this for organizational purposes, that my favorite spices to organize are the Kroger brand and Trader Joe's. And then I just have this little guy that holds our toothpicks, and I just stuck him here. So let's go ahead and look at the other side. So I want to show you kind of stuck in here is where I've got my pepper and my salt, because of course most households that's what we use the most. And then I just put my little vanilla right here. I use this a lot when the kids want French toast and that kind of thing. So I've got my 3 tiers here. In the very back, I've got things I do not use very often. My second tier here, see where you see these caps, are all my Italian stuff. What I use the most for Italian seasoning. And then on this row right here, these are the seasons I use the most. So I went ahead and put them up front. I love how this turned out. I absolutely love it. It is gorgeous. It is organized. I highly recommend those tiered trays. I actually got them from Amazon, and I'll include them in a link below. But I am so very happy with the way that my spices are organized now. So I hope that this brought you some inspiration, and those tiers are not that expensive. I can't remember offhand. I want to say they were around $10 each. They might have been less. So be sure to grab some. They're super nice to organize not only your spices with, but other things you have in cupboards or even a craft room or that sort of thing. I hope everyone is staying safe. Please, please, please stay home. I'm thinking about all of you, sending everyone much love during these times, and I'll see you soon.